Okay, hey everyone, welcome to the Creatorcast. Um,
Oh, am I supposed to talk?
yes,
Oh, shoot. Okay. What's up? I'm back. This is episode 2 for me. I had so much fun recording the last one, and I just thought it'd be super fun to come back and keep doing this co-hosting kind of gig. So, yeah.
you know we can't pay
Welcome
you,
back.
right?
No, yeah, you can't, but I'm having fun. I got nothing else to do.
Touche. All right, today we have Midnight Maker or Jake here.
Hello.
Hey. So, hi. My camera's being very laggy right now. There. So hi, welcome to the Creatorcast. It's great to have you on.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
We don't often get, like, I'm gonna say this and it's gonna sound creepy, but like we don't usually have too many high value people in here because I was just looking at stuff
It's
before.
flattering that you think of me like that.
Okay, in my defense, I was just looking at your stuff before the interview, and you have like 20 something followers, 20,000.
Yeah, on YouTube. My YouTube's done really well lately. My YouTube shorts have really kind of blown up. So, yeah, I'm enjoying making stuff for that.
It's awesome. I was looking through, or I actually watched a couple of your videos before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do really cool stuff. Like,
Thing.
for one, I didn't know you made Faceshells. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah. I've been 3D modeling facials for the last 2 weeks, so, and 3D printing them off.
So, okay, I'll start the like actually interviewing portion. So for you, I was looking through your Instagram. One of the big cosplays for you is Star-Lord. You started that like 2 years ago, didn't you?
I did, yeah. It was for Halloween. I kind of made it to the best of my ability. I was like, I'll make it as cheap as I can. I'll use like jeans and I'll build a bunch of stuff myself. And then I've been kind of upgrading it over the last couple years.
Yeah, I noticed you had the new suit, the from Volume 3 on there. I love that.
Yeah, that one's really high quality. That one was from Leather Fashion Valley, and they did really nice work on that one. So, yeah.
That one looks great.
Yeah, thank you.
I have to say I love the helmet. Like that you've been using for all of this. It is just such a high quality. I love it.
Yeah, I really tried to make sure that the eyes look good because that's one thing I couldn't find a lot of information on, and that's why I have a couple of YouTube videos talking about how I made the eyes with like an insert. Because there wasn't a lot of information, I had to kind of figure out my own way to do it, and so I wanted to try and share that with other people. So yeah.
It's awesome. That's sometimes the best stuff for people just starting out with cosplay. Would you have any, like, now that you've done it quite a bit, do you have any question or any advice you would give to somebody if they wanted to start cosplaying Star-Lord and making that helmet and stuff?
I'd recommend buying a really good model. There's a couple models. There's one by, I think it's a Levi 3D, and then there's one by Joe Props 3D, which is the one that I currently use. But I want to do Levi's model. But yeah, buy a really nice quality one because there's a big variety of like different ones, but you can get a really nice model for I think Levi's is like $25 US, which is
Really?
a really good deal for how accurate it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd recommend getting a really nice model so that then you can basically have something that looks really good that you've spent lots of time on, because it takes a long time to build a Star-Lord helmet and to make it look good. Like it took me a few months of work to just figure out like electronics and figuring out like colors. There was a lot of research, and I had a lot of help from a lot of cool people too with like paint colors and stuff like that. So yeah.
That's awesome. So. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, never mind. No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna bring up. You also don't just cosplay Star-Lord. You also cosplay Spidey.
I do. Yeah.
That's awesome. What's
All
your
about
most
here?
What's your most recent suit?
I ordered a few actually from Print Costume about a year ago. I got a TASM 1. I got a second TASM 2 suit because I wanted a color fabric suit. Because my other one was a little bit small, and so it was kind of stretching on like the shoulders, and so you could see kind of the white fabric showing through a bit. So I wanted to upgrade my TASM 2, and then I got a PS4 classic suit, and then also the No Way Home red and black suit. So I kind of got all those at the same time, but yeah, I've been slowly puff painting the 2 TASM suits.
Nice.
Yeah. I do really want to make a Todd McFarlane suit. I know you're making a shell for that. I've been working on one as well. It looks really nice. It looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be remaking it here soon.
Oh, nice, cool, very cool. Yeah, I definitely want a Todd McFarlane suit because I love his artwork. Is just really really awesome.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through like the questions, I guess, because the routine, I suppose. Okay, so how'd you get like first get into the hobby of cosplay?
Well, I've been wearing costumes for a really long time. Like ever since I was a kid, I always loved wearing costumes. But I kind of consider my start was in about 2017 with Spider-Man Homecoming. I loved his homemade suit, and I was like, I could probably do that. You know, it looks homemade enough. So I kind of sourced all the pieces and parts because it's kind of like sweats. It's like sweatpants and like, just like a shirt, and then it's got a hoodie over top. And then I built the mask with like welding goggles, and then I cut up like a red spandex mask.
Awesome.
But yeah, that was kind of my intro to cosplaying, was that Tom Holland homemade suit.
Yeah, I tried to do that one time. It didn't work out.
Oh.
It's like a side Halloween costume.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a good one. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's my favorite Tom Holland suit for a while.
It's a good one.
Okay.
Okay, we're back. One sec, let me full screen this. Okay. So, had to cut for sound stuff. But, so for the Spider-Chem interview, so that one, I only ended up realizing that his audio is like super duper quiet because, when I started editing, I noticed it. So I went through and over the course of a few days cut between every change in the conversation, like 40 minutes into it, and was going to adjust audio levels so that we were like at the same. Finally, it was last night. I had 20 minutes left, so it would take like almost an hour and a half to fix it. I finally just said screw it and started getting the video ready to go. I'm like, I'll just put it.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Got a deadline. It's kind of just. I guess that's kind of just the. What you got to do, you know. That happens.
I usually have these done like over a week in advance. Like this one, when we're filming this, episode 5 literally just came out. So it's like we have 2 weeks now of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't have waited. But okay. Jake, this interview is about you. So so you are a very strong believer in face shells.
I am. Yeah.
Is there any particular reason, like, why?
Um. Okay. Well, for me personally, I've got I've got like a big head. I've got like a 24-inch head. So under a mask, and like I don't know, my head just looks really weird. And so with the face shell though, it makes my face have a really nice structure. So for me personally, I literally just cannot not use a face shell.
Yeah.
Um, and I really like the way they look. I think they're really cool. Like I like magnetic like lenses and being able to kind of like pop them on and off. Obviously, you can do that with like mid frames or whatever, or you know. If
But it's so
you
much more
somehow
fun.
magnets than that. Yeah, it's really cool to just be able to kind of pop it off and like look around if you need to and just kind of stick it back on.
I know, I was talking to Sensational Spidey, Zach, the other day,
Yeah.
and he suggested instead of trying to sell a face shell, I should just, like, make lenses like these that just have, like, a foam around the back that people can just put on the inside of their masks. And I'm like,
Right. Yeah.
I haven't seen that before. That looks awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's kind of a mid frame of sorts.
Yeah.
'Cause it is harder I think to sell, and that's why I sell my models on Etsy, but I haven't ventured into like commissions or anything yet because I feel like it's kind of hard to get people to pay, like, because it's expensive. That's the thing, is that face shells, like if people are commissioning them for you, you kind of got to charge a good amount of money, and so it's hard. Like I think for a lot of people to spend that kind of money, which I mean I agree with. That's why I really like being able to 3D print my own and sell the files, because I think it's a really good option to be able to print off your own, because you can print one off for like, you know, $15 maybe.
Yeah.
But getting one commissioned is so nice because you just
Order
kind
and
of
don't have to
put
do
the
it.
money down, and exactly someone else kind of has to put it together. So yeah.
I totally get that. Honestly, I'm kind of like, I might just make a whole shell and just post it on there to sell, because by that point, like, you know what you're getting. It's a lot easier to be like, I'm gonna spend my money on this.
Yeah, and I think that's a good idea to just have a whole bunch of like finished ones at like a, you know, like a 23-ish inch head size or whatever.
Yeah.
And just kind of sell them, because then, yeah, it's probably a bit easier than getting like a commission. Yeah.
So, I notice you have a TASM poster in the back, TASM 2.
I do. Yeah.
Do you have a particular attachment to TASM 2? Because I've noticed, like, with your shells and then that.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite Spider-Man movie. I know that's like the hottest take in the Spider-Man community, probably.
Yes. He did.
Yeah, but I love TASM too. I think it's a really good movie. I really like the story of it, and Andrew Garfield's my favorite Spider-Man. So yeah, I really enjoy it, and that poster is kind of one of the things that got me into cosplay. Like I remember really loving that. I used it as my phone wallpaper for a long time. Or into cosplaying the TASM 2 suit, because I was just like, that poster is so cool. Yeah. And just visually, I think visually TASM 2 is like the best Spider-Man movie. Like the visuals are just absolutely gorgeous.
It's so vibrant.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And the score too, like Hans Zimmer, like the
Yeah.
Electro theme, Spider-Man's theme. It's just, yeah, I love everything about it.
The score's so good.
I would say that is my favorite Spidey score.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Or the black suited Spidey from Spider-Man 3 on electric guitar.
Oh yeah, I agree with that too. Oh, yeah. The score for the Raimi movies is also like, yeah. I mean, I think all three of them are really good. Like Tom, Toby, and Andrews. I think all their scores are quite good.
Mm-hmm. They're good people to do them.
Yeah, for sure.
Some of my favorites, personally, out of like all movie composers. All right. So since we're talking about like, well, you said that was your favorite Spider-Man movie. What about like Spider-Man like shows? What about shows? Is there a specific TV show you used to watch all the time that you really like, or something like that?
Yeah, Ultimate Spider-Man actually on Disney XD. That one I actually watched that one quite a bit as a kid. That might have been the first Spider-Man thing that I ever watched. I want to say, might have been. Cause
Yeah, that's definitely what I was more into. That was definitely my intro to Spider-Man. Through watching that show, just coming on TV, and yeah, it's just.
Yeah, same here. I think it was either that or like Civil War. I probably started watching the show around that time. I don't remember, but yeah.
I know for me, like, when I was little, like to the point I don't really remember, I used to watch Spectacular all the time. But then Spectacular became like super unavailable to everyone, so Ultimate was the thing I watched.
Oh. Yeah, I actually haven't seen Spectacular. I
You're
know it's on Disney Plus though.
missing out.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah.
Good.
Cause
It's definitely good one.
I have started watching the classic series, the '90s Spider-Man series,
Oh yeah.
and it's a lot better than I thought it would be.
Really? Okay.
I like that one a lot. That's definitely one of my favorites personally. I definitely like the art design and the character designs of that one. That's really that's what makes that for me. I really like Doc Ock, especially. I like how he looks.
Yeah.
Looks really cool.
So Jake, again, this is like mostly like cosplay related. So, when did you kind of start cosplaying? If it wasn't
like I
that
said,
Spidey.
Well, okay. I mean, the earliest I kind of cosplayed was, how old was I? It was in like 2013. I was probably what? Wow, that was what, 9 years ago? Yeah, that was 10 years ago. So I was like 8 years old, and my dad actually built me a foam Iron Man helmet. And I remember loving that so much, and I used to wear it like all the time. So I guess that was kind of my intro. Yeah, so I was about 8 years old then.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wait, are you only 18?
Well, I'm 19 now actually, but
But still,
yeah. So I guess 9 years old.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were like 27 or something. So. Okay.
It's the facial hair, I think. If I take the facial hair away, I look like I'm about 19.
I noticed that. I was looking through like old pictures of like your first, because I just scrolled through your Instagram account. So it was like your first couple of cosplays. You look very young.
Yeah, I do.
See, is there any like moment or time period being into like this kind of stuff, being in the community that you really look back on fondly and remember and like a lot?
Well, for Spider-Man related, yeah, probably when I first met Sensational Spidey and kind of got really into the Spider-Man community. That was, yeah, a couple years ago, kind of when I first started modeling. That was really cool. But probably like the most important like moment in cosplay for me was probably the first time I went to a con, and actually I wasn't the one cosplaying. I went to Star Wars Celebration actually, and I ran into these two guys who were cosplaying the new First Order Stormtroopers from Force Awakens. This was back in 2015. I literally thought that was the coolest thing ever, and that actually really kind of got me into cosplaying like full time, and maybe like really want to cosplay and make more costumes. So yeah.
When did you meet Sensational?
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. He had his first tutorial on YouTube, which is he removed it since then. But he originally made a face shell modeling tutorial, and so I followed that tutorial. I was not. I mean, that was basically the first time I'd picked up Blender. Um,
I wish he still had that up. I need
and
that.
his newer one is really good. Like if you go on his channel and you look at his facial modeling tutorial, it's really good. That tutorial really helped me personally like elevate my facial modeling ability. But yeah, it was 2 years ago. I followed that tutorial. I posted the model on on Instagram, and I tagged him, and I was like, "Oh, thanks, Sensational, for the good tutorial." And so then he was like, hit me up if you want any extra pointers. And so I did, and we talked a bit more, and then yeah, I found his Discord, and yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
For you in this community, is there anybody that at least you feel has been like extremely influential in your journey?
Yeah, definitely Sensational, and also actually Frankly Built. Frankly Built is, he actually just passed 1 million subscribers, so he's quite big. But he has a lot of really good like 3D printing, sanding, finishing. He basically has tutorials for every aspect of 3D printing, and without his videos, I definitely would be nowhere near as good at finishing models as I am now. So definitely Frankly Built as well.
I love that. TJ looked like you want to say
I don't
something.
know. I kind of ran out of things to think about, Is there anything else other than cosplaying that you enjoy doing?
Yeah, I really like collecting. I mean, maybe you can see a little bit to the side there. I've got some shelves with some figures, and yeah, I've got my
Yeah, me too.
posters. Here I can print. I mean, there's like figures on the wall. I've got a lot of collectibles. So yeah, definitely collecting, and also a bit of drawing too. I've been getting back into drawing. Because that was actually one thing that I really wanted to do as a career originally, before I kind of decided on my current path, which is potentially costume, making or designing. But yeah, I wanted to be a comic book artist originally, and so yeah, drawing's another big hobby of mine.
That's awesome. Is it
What
Spidey
kind
comic?
of like?
Go ahead.
Yeah, here. I've got my sketchbook here. Maybe I can try and show it to the camera here. Yeah, I've drawn some Spider-Man stuff. This one was like a Todd McFarlane kind of style one. Like, yeah. Here's another Spider-Man one. I have another one on this side too. But yeah, I do a lot of Spider-Man drawings for sure.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. I'm also a big collector. I was wondering what kind of like action figure kind of stuff specifically. Like what types of action figures are you collecting?
Primarily like Marvel Legends. I really like the Legends line. I've been getting into Hot Toys a little bit, even though those are super expensive. So I can only buy like one every 6 months or a year.
Yeah.
I've been trying to limit myself because yeah, they're expensive for sure. But yeah, I do a little bit of Transformers too, and then a little bit of Black Series as well.
Yeah, that's yeah. I'm big on Transformers. That's my big one. I just kind of got into Indiana Jones also.
Oh,
But they haven't
nice.
done they haven't done enough of those yet to where it's like big, but
Yeah,
man.
I picked up one from the indie line too.
Who'd you get?
Or yeah, what?
Sorry, Jake, who'd you get from the indie
For
line?
the Indiana Jones line?
Yeah.
Oh, I got just the indie from Raiders.
I just got him like a week ago, too. Actually.
Oh yeah. Oh nice. Very cool. Yeah, they're nice. Honestly, I really
Okay.
like them.
You guys have your collections. I'm here with my 6.
Yeah, I got a
figures.
couple around. I got this one, and then I got this over here, my
Oh, nice.
creature from the Black Lagoon. But
Very cool.
yeah, dude, you do have a couple of them, right?
Me?
Yeah.
I have my Falcon. I have my Spidey that I mounted onto a base.
Rip.
That one's a cool figure, though. I like that one.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It,
that one's really
it's
nice.
one of my favorite suits, even though a lot of people don't like it.
Yeah.
And I have a ton of others, or I say a ton. I have 4 others, but I don't know if you actually like this thing. Okay, Jake, you have a printer, right?
A 3D printer? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
I
good.
have 2.
Okay, and TJ, you also have a printer, right?
Yeah.
Good. This thing has been like my saving grace. The hand holder.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you can see that.
that's cool.
I just got it off Thingiverse. I have not lost any hands since I printed that.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
There's
I
one
need
for
something
heads
like
too.
that.
Yeah, I have mine. I have all mine in like a little like plastic container right now with all the little dividers.
Me too.
I like that though because it's much easier access than having to dig through a plastic bin for like a hand.
This one sucks for transportation though. Because you can't transport it at all.
Well, I don't know how many hands you're needing to transport on a regular basis. So,
That's valid.
but hey, I mean, maybe you do. Maybe you need it. I don't know. Maybe someone out there has it. You know.
I don't know. I need a hand sometimes.
All right. Well,
So Jake, who overall would you say is like your favorite Spider-Man, or your favorite Spidey? Like all variants. Who's your favorite?
Well, it's hard to pick just one. Andrew Garfield is my number 1. But I mean, I love Toby. I think Tom's really good. I also really like Peter B from Spider-Verse. Like I have a Peter B cosplay, and Jake Johnson is one of my favorite actors. And so Peter B is actually really high on the list for me. Yeah. But in terms of like, I guess variants, yeah, it'd have to be regular Peter Parker, but I think Miguel is really cool, and so is Miles.
Now, do you prefer like the Spider-Verse Miguel or like comics Miguel?
I actually don't know if I've read any of Miguel's comics, so I'd have to say Spider-Verse. But I do want to get into that, into Miguel in comics.
His comics are great. They're some of my favorite.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I might have to pick one up.
do you have any like favorite Spider-Man villain?
Yeah, it's kind of a tie between like Electro and Doc Ock. I think they're both really good. I like Electro because, especially in TASM 2, he's really like sympathetic. And then, yeah, just Doc Ock's just really cool. Like his mechanical arms are awesome.
No, I love that guy.
Yeah. I also really like Goblin too. I think Goblin's really cool.
I totally get that.
I just finished watching Spider-Man 1 today. Actually, I'm gonna go through and rewatch all of them again because I don't think I've watched the Raimi movies in a couple years now. I watch the TASM movies like pretty often, but I haven't seen the Raimi movies in like a couple years now. So I'm like, I'm gonna go through and rewatch them again.
Now, whenever either of us give the question of like who's your favorite villain, Electro isn't one I hear often. Why Electro?
Yeah, he's. I feel like he's really sympathetic. I mean, I love his theme in the movies, and I think his powers are really cool too. I think the electricity powers are like, it's pretty. he could do a lot of damage. Like, he's a pretty high threat villain, I feel like.
That's totally fair. I heard somebody a while back making the argument that Electro has no personality.
No.
He does. He definitely does.
Yeah. He's you know, he's a worker that's been trampled by society, essentially.
That's fair.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, really, I can't think of a version of Electro that doesn't have some like unique thing about them, some unique character trait.
Okay, yes, but okay, let me rephrase. There's no like straight Electro personality. Like for Green Goblin, he's insane. He wants to ruin both Peter Parker and Spider-Man's lives. In some
true.
comics, Electro wants to turn himself into pure energy. In others, he wants to fry Spider-Man. I don't know. He never has clear motivation.
It is different, but I think there are a lot of villains like that. I mean, like, I definitely think like there are different ones. Like the Lizard, I think has a couple different things like that. Like where, I mean, especially like Chasm Lizard versus like Comic Lizard, I think are different enough. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not too keen to speak on this kind of stuff.
So.
But
Yeah, me either. I'm not experienced enough in Spider-Man comics. I've read a good amount, but I have definitely not read all of them, or enough to be able to really distinguish that too much. But, yeah.
See me, I get bored and want to look at something Spider-Man, but don't, so I just listen to comics.
Yeah, no, that's fair. There's some really good like dubs on YouTube of comics.
Yeah, there's like never mind, I don't even know his name. Like the Comic Historian or something. So this is go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'm not super into the comic. I mean, I'm not a big comic guy. I like reading, watching like summaries and stuff of them, and, like stuff like that. But like the only real comics I've like actually read a lot of, like I've read occasional Spider-Man ones. But the only ones like weirdest thing, the one comic series I've read the most of is the Squirrel Girl. I just kind of went. I don't know why. I just kind of went down a rabbit hole. But yeah, that's all I was gonna say. What were we gonna say?
At least didn't go in a squirrel hole. Which doesn't even make sense actually. So what I actually just thought about this because TJ, I'm looking at the back at the Spider-Man thing behind you. And I know it's not this, but it kept making me think of like Spider-Man's first appearance with the Fantastic Four. So Jake, what is your favorite like Spidey team up?
Well, I'm trying to think which ones I've read. Honestly, I haven't read a lot of his team-up comics. I know Spider-Man crosses over with Invincible, and I'm actually a big fan of Invincible.
Really?
And I really hope that's in the next season 2, which comes out in a couple weeks here. I really hope Spider-Man's in that. That's kind of rumored. We'll see.
That would be
that
freaky.
actually might be out by the time that this podcast is out. So hey, who knows?
Well, this is coming out the 19th, I believe. So 26th.
Okay. So no, it'll be 26. Yeah. So a few days after that, the Invincible next season will come out.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I think that crossover is really cool. But yeah, I haven't read actually a lot of his team ups in the comics.
What about like just what character would you pair Spidey with? Or do you think pairs best?
I think pair best is Spider-Man. I'm really trying to think. I mean, honestly, I think the best like team up for Spider-Man is with, Spider-Man Miles. That's kind of my favorite. Which isn't. I know it's not another Marvel character, so.
Well, I mean,
I honestly do. True. I do like him with Iron Man. Like, yeah, I don't know. I know it's a hot take because in the movies, everyone's like the Iron Boy Jr. But I don't know. I like him with Iron Man personally.
TJ, what about you?
Like who would I put with him?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know.
It is a hard question because
it's a hard question.
Yeah, Spider-Man typically, he does kind of do his own thing for the most part.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it'd be like necessarily like good, but I think it'd be very interesting to see a lot like of him like interacting with like the X-Men. I feel like definitely doesn't go to that side of the universe very much. I think that'd be kind of cool just to see like, I don't know, a bunch of bizarre people talking to each other.
That's the entirety of what Marvel and DC Comics is.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Orphans talking to weird people.
And they're weird too. I think, yeah, just everyone's weird, honestly.
I know for me, like, this has pretty much only happened in the or it has only happened in the comics, is Johnny Storm. Him and Spider-Man in the comics have like the deepest friendship. Hence why Future Foundation happened.
Yeah, I don't know much about Future Foundation, so I wouldn't know that. So thanks for the little tidbit, I guess.
Johnny Storm died and told everybody that Spider-Man should take his place on the Fantastic Four.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't know that.
I'm so proud that I know something about Future Foundation because I know nothing else about Future Foundation. But so what would you say is like your overall favorite Spidey actor? Animated, live action, video game, anything?
Yeah, definitely Andrew Garfield. I really like him. Tick, Tick, Boom is one of my favorite movies, which he's also in. He's a really good singer in that one. But yeah, I love that movie, and yeah, I really like him as an actor.
Have you looked into Hacksaw Ridge?
I haven't watched it yet. I've been meaning to for like 2 years, and I just need to do it. Because yeah, I really want to see that one.
That is one movie I will recommend to all the viewers. Anybody who is watching, watch Hacksaw Ridge because it is heartbreaking and amazing. I love it. So, sorry, I forgot to write something down. What do you have any like business inquiries we can get for like a exclusive on the Creatorcast kind of stuff coming up?
Business inquiries, like upcoming plans type thing.
That would be a better way to phrase it. Yes.
Yeah, that was kind of, yeah, I was a little confused there.
Well, actually, I could send you an image, and it could be kind of like a first reveal on here. But I finished a vigilante costume from Peacemaker. I love vigilante, and I don't know, maybe you could put it on the screen or something at some point.
Will do.
That'd be kind of cool. I'm also working on an Invincible costume.
Nice.
Because I really like the show, and Mark's really cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I honestly don't have a lot planned right now.
More Star-Lord?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that is one thing actually, is that I'll also be working on a Volume 1 Star-Lord, because I have Volume 2, I have Volume 3, and so now I gotta do Volume 1 as well.
Yeah, you get the big trench coat style thing.
Yes, exactly. From the opening, that's the one I really want to do.
Yeah, you two have the same shirt. The Volume 2 shirt.
Oh, yeah, I do have that.
Oh yeah.
I have like somewhere. I don't know where I put it, but I own that shirt.
It's really cool. I love the design.
I didn't surprised to even remember that I had that.
you took a photo with Optimus Prime in it, and that's the only reason.
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh yeah, right. I think I saw that on your page. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I did. I keep forgetting I was wearing that. I was supposed to buy a different shirt, but then Amazon didn't like deliver it, so I just had to pick the next best shirt for the convention. But
That's fair.
Okay, funnily enough though, I also met Peter Cullen, and I was also wearing that shirt because I was in my Star-Lord costume. So
Really?
I was actually also wearing that shirt. Yeah.
Do you have a picture of that?
Funny.
Really awesome. Yeah, I do. Here, let me grab it. I have it on my shelf. Or actually, no, I don't wanna drop anything. I can try and pull up a picture on my phone. Actually, why don't I just send it to you and you can put it up on screen?
I want to
I'll
do a
that too.
side by
Okay,
side with
I'll
you two.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll send you the photo after.
Alright.
I'll send you the vigilante one, and yeah.
Then I'll throw up the side by side on screen now. I'm noting this down. All right, but so as we mentioned before, face shells. I also do face shells, and other people do. Sorry, let me rephrase. I do a face shell, and other people do too. Do you have any like tips for people just starting out with this who might want to sell them possibly?
Well, I can't really speak too much on the practical, like selling practical models, because again, I haven't really ventured into that because I do want to though. I would love to at some point in the future start doing commissions. Don't know when that'll happen because it is quite a time-consuming process. But I'd say just get good at painting. I don't know. Make sure your lenses are finished well.
Because I know for me.
Oh, actually, I guess my number one tip would be to get scaling right. Because if your shell is too big or too small, that could be kind of bad. If it's too small, it's pressing on your face. If it's too big, you can see the lines. So I guess that would actually be my sort of recommendation.
I know for my McFarlane when I scaled it at like 99%.
Okay.
And it's still too big.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I said 99. It's literally just almost exactly what it came as, but still.
Yeah.
But like with lenses, like with these, this is just the mesh that the file came with. And so I just ordered some PC mesh, and hopefully that'll be getting here soon enough for me to remake this one.
Okay. Do you have a resin printer, or how did you make the mesh?
Just a really good normal printer, 3D printer, and then just took a hair dryer.
Oh, okay, nice.
Mm.
Very cool.
I'm
Yeah,
really proud of how it turned out.
yeah. I've been PLA printing mesh too, and it's hard. It's really hard to PLA print it and make it look good. Yeah.
I know for mine, I have like a 300 by 300 by 400 printer. So
Okay, yeah, that's a good size.
big and getting good detail on it isn't always easy.
Yeah. I know that's the unfortunate thing. At least with it, I'm guessing it's like a bed slinger, like
Yeah.
the printer moves head to side and the bed moves. Yeah, those are really hard to get nice like clean prints off of.
Well, I know with this one, it skipped quite a bit. Like, it was printing it flat, and then it skipped forward. So I have a lens that's like totally screwed up.
Oh no.
So you do props. Like, I was just looking at your YouTube channel, and you made like the Star-Lord blaster. Funnily enough, that's something we kind of specialize in. That's something we used to specialize in.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I was gonna say, like, I don't know how good we were at it, but no, that's definitely.
Yeah, honestly, the helmet's good. The helmet's quite good. Sorry.
Thank you. That's alright.
Yeah, the helmet, it looks good, honestly.
That's my pride and joy.
That's the most recent helmet.
And then I'm gonna make a white 2099 suit, and that video is going on Creators in a Box.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I felt like my best ones I never ever put on YouTube.
I was gonna say.
I made the Men in Black like gear. I made like the like memory eraser thing and like one of their guns. It turned out real nice.
I'm still telling you, you should have
we'll
uploaded.
say.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, that is one thing that's really hard to do. Like, also when you're starting out, is to film the things that you make, and then you have to put it all together in a video. Because a lot of times what I do is I get so wrapped up in the work, and then I'm like, oh, I didn't film that step. Okay. Well, I can either not make a video or I can just talk about it.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to do. I need to like get a Raspberry Pi camera so I can hook it up to my printer, so that I can actually have B-roll while I'm talking.
Yeah.
Because that's like, even editing, it gets so boring just like watching yourself talk.
Yes.
I agree.
Especially when
with
it's just you. There's like,
Yeah.
you're not talking to anyone else. It's just you talking to the camera.
that. Yeah.
Hey, that's why I started doing this, because now I never have to do one alone.
It's true.
That sounds very sad now that I say it out loud.
No,
A
but
little bit.
it is nice. I have a toy photography account with one of my friends, and yeah, having someone else to kind of work with for posting stuff is really nice, because then all the responsibility isn't on you. You know, you share that with someone else. So yeah.
And you can share ideas back and forth, and it's a lot less pressure. And it's nice.
Dude, we are
Yeah,
great at
I
that.
agree.
We're great at coming up with ideas. Actually doing them, we're not that great at.
Yeah, it's the doing the idea part that's the problem. But hey, we're working on it. We're working.
Yeah.
We're
At least with this, I have to keep a consistent schedule.
Sure.
And so,
You've been good so far, though, right? Like every week you've been posting a podcast. It's
every
solid.
Thursday. I was really worried I was gonna have to cancel episode 5 and delay it.
Oh no.
I literally pressed premiere at I think like 5:52, and it was premiering at 6. I was not ready.
That's close.
But hey, it's on Spotify now, so.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's cool. I think I already told you this, but I think that's sick that you like did that. Put it on Spotify.
I'm so happy.
That's cool.
Well, because I'm like, nobody listens to YouTube music except for like 40-year-olds. So like, you know, Spotify people would listen to it more. One stream. That one's so great. It's because all the fans know it from YouTube, so. Hey, just a little mild thing here. Both of you, actually, and everybody who's watching, check out the website at some point.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
There's a website? Oh, cool. I'll take a look after.
Thank you. I don't know. I've been working on the website a lot. It looks a lot nicer now. I looked at the old version. Didn't look good.
Yeah, the old one would need some work. I'm excited to see what you did because I haven't looked at it even. I haven't looked at it, so.
It's blue to go with the new logo.
Nice.
But okay. So, Jake, we have the question we always ask. It is a customary creators entertainment thing. I already know the answer, so what's the point? Who is
I
your
think we
favorite
already
live
got
action
the
Spidey?
Andrew Garfield, the Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah.
I'll be honest, that
like,
is so refreshing.
yeah.
Yeah,
For a
I've
while-
only.
Sorry,
Oh,
no,
go
you
ahead,
go
sorry.
ahead.
I was gonna say.
No, you go.
Sorry.
I'll stop.
I was gonna say. I was just gonna ask. Like, I've only been doing this for like this is the second episode I've been doing this. I was wondering, like, what do you usually get for like the answer for to that?
Toby. It's always Toby.
Toby, yeah.
This is the first
Always
time I've
Toby.
gotten anything that's not Toby.
Really?
I'm so happy to have Andrew. Well, okay, except
I
for
really
Spirit.
like Toby, though. Like, yeah.
Toby's good.
Yeah. I like all of them. I mean, honestly.
I agree. Yeah, I don't think any of them are bad. I think they're all very close in terms of. I just prefer Andrew.
I totally get that.
Yeah, I'm totally.
But okay. So let me mark something down real quick. So Jake, do you have a spider sona?
I actually don't.
You don't.
I want to. And when I do it, you'll probably scratch build it.
Nice.
That's kind of the goal for me. Is like if I'm gonna do a custom one, I kind of want to do it like all myself. My shell modeling skills are good, so I could do whatever frames I want. I just have to, I have to improve my sewing skills a bit more.
I get that.
But yeah, I've been thinking about it. I've had it in the back of my mind for the last, I don't know, 6 months or so.
How okay, so if you did hypothetically have a spider sona, in Across the Spider-Verse, there's obviously the whole main conflict between Miles and Miguel. What side do you think your character would be on?
That's a tough question.
If you weren't
'Cause
viewing it
me
from like
personally,
Miles' angle.
yeah. Well, for me personally, I don't even know if I know which side I think is right. Because like, canon events are important and they need to happen. And because that's, yeah, I don't know. But I empathize a lot with Miles because he wants to save his dad. So yeah.
TJ, what
I
about you?
don't know. I don't think I can answer that yet.
Oh, what about like if I had like a spider sona thing?
Yeah.
I don't really have one, but I did. I don't know if you remember, like a couple of years ago, when I made the robot Spider-Man.
Yep, I remember that.
I think that one. I don't remember like much about it. I just like drew a picture of it, but like that one I think would side with Miguel because it's a robot and like very calculated and like it's a robot. So yeah, but I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I don't even know if I know. Like, it's really hard to like side with either of them because they both have really good reasons.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I would end up siding with Miguel.
I think I maybe would too. Yeah.
I think at
But like,
first.
if I was in Miles' situation, I think I'd want to do what Miles is doing. So I don't know.
I feel like at first I might be against Miguel when I like first hear about it, but after I see what it looks like when a canon event doesn't happen, like the universe like falling apart,
That's true.
I think I'd be a lot more inclined to follow him.
That is true.
So, I'm out of questions. This.
How much time do we have, you think?
We have about 8 minutes left. So, we have about 6 minutes left, because there's also the outro. Okay. What tips would you give to, like, new cosplayers?
Well, I've made a couple of videos on this actually, but there are so many things that you can, like, do, I guess, when you're first starting out. My, like, #1 tip is to pick a character that you're passionate about that will like always be my number one, because I've started a Batman cosplay, and I've started, what was another one? I started a Captain America one, and I started ones, and I really just did not have enough motivation because I didn't like the characters enough. I love Batman, I love Captain America, but I just did not love them enough to be able to follow through on the idea. So yeah, pick a character that you love is my number one for sure.
So, okay, that does make me want to bring up the question. Have you cosplayed anybody besides Star-Lord or Spidey?
Yeah, like I said, Vigilante was one that I just finished recently. I am working on a couple, like, kind of on the back burner. I've got Joel from The Last of Us.
Nice.
That one's kind of fun. Just kind of thrifting that one together. And then yeah, one of my earliest costumes was Stormtrooper from Star Wars. And so that one it doesn't get a lot of wear, unfortunately, just because of the nature of the costume, and it's, I can't sit down in it, so wearing it at a con is a bit difficult, but yeah.
Okay. I think last question. Out of everybody that we've had in this community that you've communicated with and kind of grown with, who would you say has been I'm gonna exclude Sensational from this because I know he'll be the answer. Who's been the most influential to your cosplaying journey? Did I already ask this? I feel like I did, but I'm excluding Sensational.
No. Yeah, that's okay, because there's actually one other person, and I don't think you know Blaine Creek. I'm sure you've heard of him.
I don't think so.
No, okay. Well, he was a pioneer of the TASM 1 and TASM 2 suits. He unfortunately he passed away I think a couple years ago now, or was it last year? Yeah. But he really made me want to make Spider-Man stuff. He was one of my biggest influences. He has a lot of live streams still on YouTube that you can go back and watch, where he was vacuum forming Faceshells and stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Or, sewing a mask. Yeah, so definitely McLean was a big one. There's also a guy named T Stunning Spidey, I think his name, or something like that. I don't remember if he changed his name recently. But he's one too that also got me into cosplaying Spider-Man as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I lied. Final question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite restaurant?
Oh, favorite restaurant? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's kind of tough.
I just a quick button. I literally was gonna say, wouldn't that be such a funny question to ask? In my head 10 minutes ago. I sorry, but yeah, I just wrote that.
Well, I keep actually answering the usual end question in the interview, so maybe that'll become the new end question.
Favorite restaurant? It's a good question though. There's a restaurant in California and kind of on the West Coast called In-N-Out Burger. That's really good. One of my favorites. Yeah, that's probably my number one.
TJ.
The burgers are just huge.
Okay. I don't know if I had to choose it's very specific. But there's a local pizza Italian restaurant down by my house called Randy's Pizza. It's very good. They make the best spaghetti ever. It's really good. It's a 5-minute drive from my house too. So.
That's awesome. Alright. Well, I do think that's all the time we have. So, Jake, thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thank you
It's
guys
nice
for
to
having
have
me.
you.
Really appreciate it. So it was a good time.
Awesome. Alright. Give us just a sec. Alright, thank you. Okay.
Alright.
It's
What's
just
the...
me and you now.
Did we do this? I don't remember doing this last time. Is this
Yeah, we did this last time. This is just the outro.
Okay, well, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah,
thank you to special guests here. And I really, yeah, I want to say that I don't know what I was gonna say, but I thought of a different thing to say, and that is, I definitely enjoy doing this. Thanks for like letting me do this, Jade, and I want to say I definitely want to come back more, and this one was very very fun. So yeah, thank you for that, and I'm totally down for more.
Awesome. I love having you on.
Thank you.
And also, thank you again to Jake, and thank you to everybody who has come on the Creatorcast already. Thank you to everybody who's been watching it, supporting us on Instagram and here on YouTube. It all means so much, and I'm hoping that we can continue this, and hopefully, I've had a goal over the past, like, 7 episodes so far. I might not have told you about it. By episode 50, there's a certain person that I want to have on. He's fairly small in the community. I say fairly small, he has like 20,000 subscribers now. His name is Miles. Anakin Monkey. Great guy. I would love to meet him. That's episode 50 goal. So, hopefully, if people like this, we can get that.
Sick. Let's do it. I mean, let's go for it, man.
Hell yeah. Alright.
All right. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.